Hi, it's Adam Wakeman from Ozzy Osbourne's band and Headspace, and you're watching ESP TV.
Well, my ESP history goes back to the 80s of the early days of Anthrax. Yeah, could say heyday of Anthrax, where we were selling, gold records, all that stuff, and Among the Living. I have to go back to Among the Living. That bass became the sound of me on Among the Living and all the records after that. Well, the next 3 records specifically, it had a cut-through sound that really worked for Anthrax, where Scott's guitar was so heavy and Charlie's drums were so heavy, I had a hard time cutting through. And I found with that bass, aside from the amp I was using, it was the bass that actually had the cutting edge that I needed. And it was so fucking comfortable to play. It just had a vibe. It was like I call it a butter neck, and it just made it easy to do stupid things on bass. It really did. It made it easy. I found that I could probably do this if I tried it. And like this neck I had was unlike any other neck. And so I put this bass in storage, and just to forward this, I put it in storage, and it's been in my storage for how many years already. And then I started to talk with some of the guys at ESP again about working with them. And I pulled this bass out just for, just to recollect my history with them. And man, it had to be done. I just handed them my bass. I said, can you make me this bass? Literally, I said, can you make me this bass? And what I'm holding here is the LTD version of the bass. This is the less expensive of the basses, but this is a quality bass. Like, I've used this bass on Anthrax shows, with Anthrax shows right now, and it's still quality. There's a Frank Bello signature ESP version, which is, just try it. Just go to the store and try it, and I promise you won't be disappointed. I'm just so proud of it that they actually did it the right way. They made it exactly the way it should have been. It sounds great, it plays great, and we're trying to keep the prices down as much as we could, because I want players I want to be able to hand this to you and say, this is a good bass, for a decent price, you can actually play this thing and afford it. And so the LTD version is available. The signature model, for when you take this step up, it's all good, but I promise you, it is a good quality. That's what's really important to me. Friend Jose turned me in ESP, turned me on to these EMG-X's, which are more like a passive pickup. They're active pickups, but they sound more like a passive, which I kind of like. So they're like a good mix in between. So for this music, it cuts right between. That's why I think these basses, man, are going to make a big difference when people try them. When you play this kind of music, I think it's really, it's like a cut-through vibe that you can get through the guitars and you can get through the kick drum, and it really won't. You're not going to hear that. You're going to hear your sound, and that's what I really wanted to achieve, and I think we achieved that with this. Really, I'm lucky, man. I'm really lucky with what I'm using. I have ESP basses, but I also have the Hartke rig going. I got the LH1000, and this is just my rig that people ask me about what I'm using and stuff. The LH1000, the Hartkes, the 8x10. I have a pretty lethal combination right now what's going on, so I don't bitch about anything. I just do my sound check now, dude. I go up there, I know the settings, it's always set, the way I like it. I go up, I know I have complete confidence in my playing, because nothing's gonna break down on me, because everything I have is quality. That's one thing, man, you make sure the quality of your company. If you're gonna pick a company, make sure the quality's there. And then, this isn't a lie to people out there, this is true, man. I've been around for a few years, obviously, fucking grace. But the truth of the matter is, you pick the quality, man. It's quality companies. ESP. I'm friends with these guys forever. Jose, I've been since the early days before. When I first started playing bass, the vice president Jose and Matt, president, had been around with me since the '80s. So I know these guys, I trust these guys, you know, with when I'm playing. And I know they would never try to sell me a bill of goods. So we're really on the same wavelength right now. So I'm really excited about the future with ESP. We have a long way to go.